Hey, this is Paul, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 habits that will absolutely destroy your confidence so that you can make sure you're not doing them. But we need to start off on the right foot so we're on the same page. Now, when we think about the term confidence, maybe there's a specific area of your life where you associate having more confidence, and then maybe there's another area of your life where you would say you're not very confident. And here's the thing. Confidence is closely linked to skill, ability, and certainty. For example, you know with certainty that the sun is going to go down tonight. And when you wake up in the morning, the sun is going to come up. And there'll be specific things in your life that you have certainty with. For example, you probably feel confident that you know how to brush your teeth because you've done it so many times. And it's important to share this at the start because when we can understand that confidence is going to be in ebbs and flows, it's okay to not always be confident, because when we learn new skills, when we grow and we test ourselves, there's going to be moments where we don't feel confident. And so the key to confidence is to have confidence in your ability to figure things out. But guess what? You won't have the confidence in yourself to figure things out if you're doing these 10 habits. The first one on the list today is overthinking. Now, this can be anything internally where we're thinking too much about the past. We're worried about what's happening in the future. There's so much going on in our mind. We're overthinking conversations we have with someone. Could we have done something better? When we go to bed at night, all of those worries, and we're just thinking about everything. And this overthinking causes anxiety. One of the best things you can do for this is to find ways to disconnect, to relax your mind, do some mindfulness practice, go out into nature for a walk, go swimming, do some yoga, go to the gym. Anything that you can do that's going to focus your mind on something else or disconnect from the busyness is going to help you. And following on from the overthinking, it's allowing your thoughts and your emotions to take control of you. This is oftentimes where people will say they don't feel in control. I've had many conversations with clients where they tell me they feel overwhelmed, the busyness of life, there's too many things going on. And there's this feeling of they just don't feel like they're in control of their life because there's so much chaos going on. And of course, this can lead to stress, to overwhelm, to anxiety. And if you're doing too much, burnout. And one of the best ways you can get past this one is to look at reframing. So some of those negative thoughts that are getting the better of you, question them, look for evidence in your environment, challenge them, because oftentimes these thoughts just come and go, and then some of them they can build momentum and they're not serving us, they're not making us feel good. So again, some of the same practices are going to help you. Spend some time to disconnect and be present with yourself. Many people don't want to go inwards, they're scared of their own thoughts. That's why they tend to avoid them, or they look for ways to suppress them and push them aside. They want to ignore them. And you know, there are many things in life that we cannot control. We can't control what the weather's going to be, what other people think of us, what's going to happen tomorrow, if there's an accident on your way to work and you're late. But what you can control is your inner world. You can control your habits and your actions, taking care of yourself. And we live in a world now where I feel like many people are going to understand the problem in this one, and it's comparing yourself to others. Obviously, we have technology available. We have social media apps. We can see what literally thousands and millions of people are doing all around the world, and we start to compare ourselves to them. We look at their filtered Instagram photos. We think, oh, this person is doing better than me. They're more successful. They have a better relationship than I do. They have more things going on. My life sucks and blah, blah, blah. We go down this hole, and obviously that's not going to make us feel good. It's going to destroy our confidence. So what you want to do with this is forget all of the other people. And I would say find your core values, find the things that are important to you, stop following the crowds, spend time to pursue your passions and your hobbies. I remember when I was in a band several years ago, I had so much fun writing music and playing music with my friends. And sometimes literally no one would turn up at our shows that we did locally. And there was this one time where we drove about 2 hours away to play a show. And I just remember feeling like, this is amazing. I absolutely love doing it. But what I realized when I was doing this is I was pursuing my passion and my hobby. I could literally spend hours and hours every day, and I didn't really care. I wasn't comparing myself to others because I was enjoying what I was doing. So I would say look for things in your life that you can actually just feel inspired to do and pursue, and stop comparing yourself to others. Another problematic one that's going to destroy your confidence is failing to set and pursue meaningful goals. If you feel like you have no direction in your life, or you're going around aimlessly, you're not sure quite where you're going, it's understandable that this will impact your confidence. So the solution to this would be to set some goals. But I'm talking more about exciting goals, big goals that are going to excite you and get you out of bed in the morning. You also want some SMART goals, and also look at behavioral goals, day-to-day stuff that you can track off. One of the easiest things that you can do every day to build your self-confidence is to give yourself mini goals that you check off. And when you say that you're going to do a thing and you do it, it's going to boost up that confidence. And let me ask you this. Do you take responsibility for your actions? You see, when we don't take responsibility for our actions and we're pointing the blame towards someone else or something else, or we say we're a victim of our circumstances or our environment. This happened to me. This is so unfair. Life is unfair. Ultimately, all that's doing is it's giving our power away. And when we do that, it's going to destroy our confidence because, again, we feel like we're not in control of our life. And to get over this, it takes a little bit of humility with ourselves, to be honest, to be able to self-reflect and see where we went wrong, see what we did, see what we could do differently. This is going to be part of the path of self-awareness and then personal growth. And over time, this is going to build your confidence like nothing else. Another thing that will absolutely destroy confidence is neglecting self-care. Now, this one is particularly close to my heart as someone that's into wellness. I work in the industry, and I also recognize that it's one of the things that we can all start right now to make improvements. I'm talking about little things like drinking more water, getting to bed at a reasonable time, having a consistent routine, eating some good quality food, exercising, getting some morning sunlight, not being involved in negative self-talk, not spending too much time on social media. Because the accumulation of these things are not only going to destroy your confidence, you're going to feel burnt out, you're going to have no energy, you're not going to be motivated for life, and the cycle is going to continue, and your thoughts, feelings, actions, and emotions are all tied together, and you're going to stay in this pattern. If you're still watching this video, I imagine you're a high achiever, someone that is into personal development and self-improvement, and this one may particularly resonate with you, and that's being too hard on yourself. You know, we can be ambitious, we can have big goals, and we can have expectations of where we want to go in life to achieve more and to do more. But if we're in the pattern of continually beating ourselves down, we're always being too hard on ourselves, all that's going to do for our confidence and our self-worth is it's going to push it right down and it's going to make us feel terrible. Try and be kinder to yourself every day. Have compassion for where you are in your life, for the things that you've overcome. Find gratitude in yourself and all of the great things that you're capable of doing. Getting out of the perfectionist mentality and focusing on a little bit better each day is going to be more rewarding for you moving forwards. You're not competing against anyone else. You're not trying to be this ridiculous thing that's just not possible. All you're trying to do is be a little bit better than you were before. And I ask you kindly on this one, please stop lying to yourself if that's something you do. More often than not, we have good intentions. We want to grow. In fact, with other people, we'll often keep appointments. We'll show up. We'll be on time. We'll do certain things. But with ourselves, we often let ourselves down. We say we're going to do something and we don't do it. Maybe you've said multiple times that next week is when you start your new journey in the gym, or that you're going to move to a different place, or you're going to start a new job, or you're going to take this new action or habit or hobby that's going to change your life, but it hasn't happened yet. If you can keep the promises that you make to yourself, this is going to boost up your confidence. But if you keep lying to yourself, it's going to destroy your confidence. It's absolutely crucial that you're honest with yourself. If you've made mistakes up until this point, or you've been lying to yourself in certain situations, that's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself, as we've already said. You get to create the 2.0 or the 3.0 version of yourself. You get to look at the things you've overcome, your challenges. You get to look at where you're currently struggling and then see where you want to go in the future and then identify what things need to change. So when you wake up tomorrow, it can be the day when you start. In fact, don't even wait till tomorrow, start right now. So we spoke briefly about the internal world and overthinking, but also negative self-talk and negative talk in general to other people is going to destroy your self-confidence. This can be the internal dialogue that you have with yourself every day, where you're constantly putting yourself down. Maybe someone compliments you and you don't take the compliment, you're unable to do that. Maybe you're engaged in negative conversations with other people on a daily basis, or you're absorbing negative news from all different sources, or you're on social media. We have to stand guard to the doorway of our mind and be careful what we allow into our world. One of the best ways to move past this is to simply shine a light, sit, observe, reflect on what you're saying, what you're thinking, write down your thoughts, spend some time journaling, and then you can start to reframe, as we've said earlier. Look at your belief patterns, what's holding you back? How do you want to change? And then get clear about what that looks like. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about in this video that's going to destroy your confidence is allowing fear to control you. So fear is there to protect us in a way. And if we think about the edge of our comfort zone, we can get to that point, and then oftentimes we take a step back, or we take 2 steps back, and we decide fear's got the better of me. I'm not going to take this action now. But when we continue to do this and we stay in our comfort zone, it's going to destroy our self-confidence, because it's going to get harder and harder to break through that and to grow. And human beings want to grow. We want to evolve. We want more in life. But you can't do that from staying in your comfort zone. You may have heard of the saying, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Entering that cave, breaking past that comfort zone is going to boost up your confidence. And again, this comes back to the skill set. Initially, it's not going to feel comfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable with it, and that's normal. It's okay. But it's moving through that. It's the repetition of doing it where it's going to build that confidence. And as I've said many times before, when we're talking about fear in your comfort zone, When you do more work and you step outside of your comfort zone more often, you're going to expand your comfort zone so that you actually have more comfort doing difficult things. So there we have it for today, 10 habits that will destroy your confidence. Let me know in the comments below what are the things that are holding you back, what things you're looking to change. And thanks again for watching this video. I'll see you real soon.